All right. Let's see if anybody's going to come on tonight because we didn't announce this.
I was like, you didn't give anybody notice.
I didn't give anybody any notice.
You didn't even give me notice. It's like, hey, guess what?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Well, it's too much. There's too much to cover. So welcome back to Clownfish TV for those of you who are hopefully trickling in. We didn't give any notice. Hey, we got one person. Hey, Garth, how's it going? We got one person on. We didn't give any notice. We just decided to do a live stream because we started going through some of the stuff that happened today and realized there was too much to cover in separate videos.
Yeah.
And we're kind of...
Hey, guys.
Hey, everybody. We're kind of pissed about this. I don't know exactly what's going on.
First of all, I'm going to let you know, you might hear in the background a snoring dog. But the reason we have a snoring dog in here is because I accidentally, when I cut his nails, nipped his nail and it was bleeding. So I'm keeping an eye on him. So if he's in the background snoring, I'm just letting you know why. Brushable hair, woo!
Yeah, so Garth, what's going on? We're trying to play catch up here. We've been sick this week and had a lot going on at the day job. What is going on? There's big anime news. Funimation gets blocked from an entire
I didn't know
company.
that.
When did this happen?
I'll have to look that up. Okay, anyway.
Yeah, what's going on there? If you can give me a link to that, that would be great. I will take a look at that.
Okay, anyway.
God, okay, so what prompted the live stream was Twitter.
Well, actually, we were going to do it before this, and then this popped up right before we got ready.
This popped up before, yeah. So Twitter, we got tagged in a tweet that Christoph McDonald, the I guess he's the CEO of Anime News Network.
Oh.
Now, for those of you who don't know our history, our very brief history with Anime News Network, when we first started objectively covering the Vic Mignogna situation, Anime News Network decided to post a tweet that is our dog. He's crawling closer. He does not feel well. Decided to post a tweet, or one of their editors, rather, decided to post a tweet equating us to Nazis.
Yes,
said, look,
because,
the YouTube Nazis are at it, making money off of this. It's like, no, we were just reporting.
AKA people who think for themselves are bad news. Anyway.
Oh,
Ooh,
thank you. Thank you. Go Professions channel. Okay, do they have... I'll have to take a look at that. I don't want to run his video in our video.
Yeah, that's not cool of us
because that's like sniping a video. I didn't know if there was like a news article on it or something.
Look at it then.
I completely believe that at some point there's going to be some blowback from... especially now there's a major lawsuit going on. Vic against Funimation, that there will be some blowback from some folks. So, it was Mr. Mike Toole, yes.
Yes, it was.
Mr. Mike Toole decided that he was going to call us Nazis on Twitter.
Because all we did was say, well,
what's the deal?
We're objectively, okay, let's take a look at this objectively. And that's bad, apparently.
That's all it took.
You must just believe the bullshit and not ask questions.
Yeah, it was us and Lost Pause, I think, was the other YouTube channel.
We were the first ones covering it, though. That's probably why, but still.
Yeah, but we really didn't say anything bad.
No, we ate. We're not Nazis.
So yeah, he said the alt-right Nazis are and if you go out there, there are some news articles on it. So I tweeted at Mike Toole, and I'm basically like, WTF? And then I'm like, why didn't you contact us personally if you had an issue with our content? And rather than answer in a professional manner or send a DM or something, he blocked me.
Yeah.
He blocked me. And then he tried to take the tweet down.
Yeah.
We had screen captures.
And then they said that we were doing things we weren't doing in their forums or whatever. Like, we didn't do any of those things.
Anime News Network making claims that are not true is nothing new. In fact, when it comes to the Vic Mignogna situation, Anime News Network did post photos of girls in I guess in the improper context.
Right, they didn't verify. They just
didn't verify. Just posted pictures of girls. Some of the girls they posted pictures of were angry because they were actually part of his fan club, and they were being used to basically attack Vic Mignogna and build a case against him.
And they were upset because they're fans of his, and they didn't want their pictures used inappropriately. So anyway, that brings us.
That brings us to today. So we're not huge fans of Anime News Network. Obviously, they could have at least said, "Hey, sorry about that." Maybe
could have said sorry. We've been like, okay,
it's
hey,
like,
that
whatever.
sucks, but
we get it. There's different opinions on this, whatever. So apparently, Mignogna's PR lawyer guy proclaims ANN is a site that doesn't cow down to the industry.
I never heard that one. I've heard kowtow.
Neil before begins to call. They are actually ANN is a site that cows down to the industry. ANN was literally run by an anime conglomerate, a bunch of anime studios for the longest time, bankrolled Anime News Network. Now they're begging for money because they don't have that backing.
Right, but when they were
anymore.
bankrolled, I'm sure they kowtowed to a lot of those people that gave them money. Anyway,
absolutely
so,
did. They absolutely
which are
did
part of the
kowtow.
industry. So I'm just saying.
So this is coming from Christoph McDonald. This is the first time I've read these in their entirety. So this is our.
You can be just as surprised as we are.
You can be just as surprised as we are. On a related note, Mignogna's PR guy lawyer, which I guess Nick Reicade is supposed to be his PR guy lawyer. I don't know. Is suggesting Mignogna may not be a public figure, which would be substantial because it's harder for a public figure to win a disparagement case. And then he says, recently one of our competitors told me while he was drunk, "Thank you for covering this. We're not going to touch it with a 10-foot pole. I respect what you're doing, but I'm also happy to welcome the readers who leave ANN because of this."
Well,
the reason they have to cover, I was actually shocked. I was shocked that they covered the Vic Mignogna lawsuit.
I wasn't, because I used it as an opportunity to try to clear their name.
They did. Well,
I
that's
pointed
it.
that out to you immediately. I was like, yeah, because they're using this, but
we didn't say that.
No,
that's not what we said.
That's what we said.
So
we didn't say that.
We had commenters joking, and I have to wonder this myself. When ANN gets sued, because I think they will. I think they will be. They are definitely a big catalyst in all of this because it was their story that set off the chain reaction that led to Vic Mignogna being terminated. Now, the source of all of this came from the group of people I believe they're being sued now, as I understand it. But Anime News Network putting it out there and it hitting the news feeds, right? Because if you're a news network and it hits the news feeds, the entire anime industry is looking at this and being like, "Oh my God, we don't want to go near Vic Mignogna."
Yeah, well, because they're like, we're not going to go anywhere near this. But go ahead.
Thank you, Talbot Links. Didn't have to do that. It's obvious the girls in the Vic pics gained Stockholm syndrome in the short moments of the pic, right, guys?
Yeah, that's right, because it happens within seconds. In the 2 seconds it takes.
You guys' opinions on the copyright strikes. We're gonna cover that.
We are going to cover that. It's actually
that.
pulled up, so we are going to talk about that.
Yeah. So okay,
lots to talk about.
We have a lot. We're gonna try to. This is gonna be the whirlwind tour. Christoph, we need alcohol for this one.
I can't drink right now.
Okay, Christoph McDonald, referring to a controversial topic. I'll let people assume what it was. It's not that hard. So that means the competitors are happy.
That's what she said. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't have any alcohol, I swear.
Replying to ANN Ed, I should add, aside from journalists, there are lots of people in the industry who are keeping quiet on this topic. Actually,
it's called professionalism.
Actually, what's that? How they spell that? Like the neck beard. Actually, Christoph, you would be surprised. There are people who may be keeping quiet publicly, but they're squealing behind the scenes.
Oh, that's true.
I just want to put that out there.
But maybe people in the industry are keeping quiet and talking publicly because that's professional, and and if you're not involved in it, you stay out of it because why go keep it going and drumming it up more, because you might get fired for being a shit stirrer. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, that's just it. And it's the same with the Comicsgate situation, which we'll talk about later. There actually is a lot of support behind the scenes, but if you want to keep your job in the industry, you can't rock the boat. You just keep you keep your head down. You keep your head down.
There's people like us who don't listen.
There are people like us who are sort of on the outliers anyway, so we don't really give a shit. But if you're a voice actor working, for Funimation or whatever, you might totally disagree with what's going on, but damn it, that's your income, and if you say anything, you're gone.
But I mean, the people that are keeping it going, though, I think there's some unprofessionalism going on here with the behavior of some people. They're out there just constantly trying to drum up crap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if I were these people, I'd be firing them too, just because until I knew what was going on, you guys are just equally as guilty at this point. Anyway, go ahead.
Talbot Links, thank you. Didn't have to do that. Gin is medicine.
There you go.
Made from juniper, natural antibiotic. Drink up.
There you go. I need some
Drink
gin.
up. We need some rum.
Excuse me, I'm gonna cough.
We need some rum.
Are we gonna read all these?
Yeah, because I've never read them before. So we don't cover the same kind of news as the New York Times. No shit. But I don't know. The New York Times isn't really the New York Times anymore, is it?
Well, it depends which version you're reading.
Yeah. Since day one, we've wanted ANN to be the New York Times of anime. Well, the New York Times did have some fake journalists working for them, and they've hired some questionable people. So yeah, I'll give you that, Christoph. I'll give you that. And that means, like the New York Times, not hiding from divisive topics, not moderating our opinions, and not cowing to industry.
Okay, I never heard
Some alt-right dork recently tried to insult us by saying ANN is like the New York Times of anime. I was fucking ecstatic. He has no idea how much of a compliment that was. That's not. There goes a truck.
That's not a compliment. He's trying to spin it as, why, thank you, because I don't want you to see me crying.
The New York Times is not the New York Times. I used to be an editor. I didn't work for the New York Times, but like once upon a year, the New York Times was pretty reputable. Now it's just a dumpster fire like every other, mainstream major publication seems to be these days. Up here we go.
Oh, here we go. It's Mike.
Oh, Mike. He loves us. He loves us so much that he called us Nazis. When I was
He also thinks
in the middle of the ocean.
You can't see anything he writes, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Yeah. So
we are going to cover the Mortal Kombat thing.
I wanted to. Yeah, we are going to talk about Mortal Kombat.
I'm drinking. Sorry.
So I wanted to have a conversation with Mr. Tool on Twitter and ask him why he thought we were alt-right Nazis. As we've said,
want to behave professionally
many times, we're liberals. We're not even right wingers, and we're definitely not Nazis. And I wanted to have a conversation with him and ask him why, as an editor, as a spokesperson for Anime News Network, he felt the need to make such disparaging comments without even having the balls to tweet directly at us.
Well, you answered your own question.
Yeah, he doesn't have the balls to tweet directly at us. Instead, he hid like a gutless coward and ran to his forums.
He also hid his old site where he reviewed hentai.
Oh, it's okay. We found it.
We can't have sexism in anime as I review hentai.
Yeah, we found it. The reporting on the story makes me proud of my association with ANN. It took an enormous amount of moral courage.
Moral courage!
Moral courage?
That's called oxymoron.
This is the first time I've read this tweet. Mike Toole, you ran
an oxymoron.
You ran like a coward, like a little bitch when I called you out on Twitter. And I was firm but professional, and I asked you why you felt the need to call us Nazis. Because from where we're sitting, we have actually been invited as guests to many anime conventions in the past. And by calling us Nazis and associating our studio with Nazism, you've just closed the doors on opportunities for us. If anybody listens to him. But, it did hit some news outlets. It did, and then they couldn't even be like, you know what, maybe we shouldn't. No, they're just like, no, we're running with the Nazi thing. But they also think the New York Times is great.
The moral courage to run the story and the competitor's lack of that courage is part of the problem why this problem was not addressed sooner. We talked about it, and we had the courage to talk about it, and we had the courage to talk about it in a very neutral way, and we got called names for it by him. While he goes on about their courage for discussing it.
Yeah, isn't that funny? If you have the courage to talk about this story like we did. We're the only people that had the courage to talk about it, except for those damn YouTube Nazis. Those damn YouTube Nazis and that damn YouTube Nazi lawyer.
The moral courage to speak out, except for the other people that speak out about it.
The courage to talk about it.
God.
I would tweet at him and ask him about where his courage was when he felt the need to run us down in public and not apologize for it and block me and run away like a coward. But, whatever.
You're just a bit salty about this. I can tell because
I am a little salty.
Really, I don't care. I just laugh and move on. But on this case, but you're really salty.
When you're making a claim that you're supposed to be the most reputable anime news site on the internet, and you act like a gutless bitch, I'm sorry.
No offenses to bitches.
No offense to bitches, or people without guts. The gutturally challenged, which there are people who have actually had their stomachs removed, so no offense to them at all. I don't mean any offense. But yeah, I'm not a fan. Not a fan. Is this it, or is there more?
We have to read more?
I don't know.
Oh, that's all there is,
over.
apparently.
Party's over. So, yeah.
We're so grateful that places like ANN had the moral courage to go find pictures and put them in the wrong context, and accuse and claim these pictures were of girls that were assaulted by Vic when the girls came out and asked them not to use their pictures anymore because they were using them in incorrect context. But they had the moral courage to go out there and address this story.
Yeah, but then if anybody calls them out or questions their journalism, they're Nazis.
Right. They have the moral courage to do a story on when the lawsuit got posted, but they basically used the whole article to describe how they were not guilty of anything, and the lawsuit shouldn't, here's a lawsuit that's being said, but we didn't do these things. But they had the moral courage of writing an article basically saying, here's a lawsuit, we didn't do anything.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's more courage, guys.
As I understand it, ANN is on the hit list of places that Mr. Mignogna will be suing. May potentially possibly be suing. Will they have the moral courage? Will they have the journalistic integrity to basically write their own obituary and publish an article talking about how they're being sued for $500,000 or whatever it is they have left. As I understand, they don't have a lot of money. So I don't even think they could afford a lawyer, to be completely honest.
I just can't believe we spent this much time on them. Yeah. I don't think they deserve that much of my time. And I just don't. We're limited time tonight, and you spent literally 15 minutes on this. Okay. I don't think it's worth 15 minutes of my time.
I'm just a little salty. You could have just said, hey, we're sorry. We're sorry.
I want to read my He-Man thing here.
Okay, we're going to get there. Alex Hale, thank you, didn't have to do that. They're one of the few people that actually make Lost Paws mad. Yeah, I'm not real. I don't get mad very often either, but this guy really pissed me off. Okay, so do we want to talk more about... okay, here we go. Now somebody tagged Nick Rekieta in, and he's got these things.
Yeah, would the real courage have been reporting the accusations?
Yeah, hold up. Yeah, it's happy for him to be called the New York Times of anime. This is how I found out about this. Somebody tagged us in. No wonder you were okay with hanging on Goblin Slayer, Shield Hero, and calling real Clownfish TV Nazis. Yeah, I'm still salty about that. Silly me, ANN only judges things by the cover and maybe the first chapter.
In our case, it was a picture.
And this was me. Oh, shit. What do we do now? So we looked into it. And this is how the live stream came about. So, okay.
Did you have anything you had to read? I don't know.
Did I have anything I had to read?
On the chats.
Alex Halo. No.
No, okay. I thought you got it. Okay.
Okay, so... Yeah, and again, to bring this up, the whole thing is, and we did call out that they were misusing photos. Mm-hmm. We actually had people from, again, we've tried to be as neutral in the situation as we can. Look at facts. We want facts, right?
Yeah. We're not saying that nothing happened. We're also saying that there's no evidence that something happened.
But we had some people who were actually in those photos in Vic's fan club reach out to us privately and say that is being misused. Mm-hmm. You know, this is wrong. And you know.
I can't marry you, but thank you. I'm already married. There's like laws against that.
She's all mine.
But thank you for the offer. Anyway.
So, okay. Then let's talk about Sean Schemmel, the voice of Goku.
Oh, this is funny.
More fun. Like, we don't really don't.
This funny. Okay, guys. Okay, I'm prepared to act this out.
I don't follow all the Twitter drama. Excuse me. I'm still getting over a cold. And I'm trying very hard not to get sucked into the rabbit hole of Twitter drama. But as
don't let Twitter suck you.
Don't let Twitter suck you, because it will. Well.
Okay, just we'll stop there.
It's messy. It's messy.
New hashtag. Don't let Twitter suck you.
It's messy. So Sean Schemmel, the voice of Goku. This is the voice of Goku. This is the main guy in Dragon Ball, right? Apparently is completely kick Vic, as I understand it, and has made comments about Vic's alleged homophobia. So somebody tagged us. Oh, hey, it was Yellow Flash. Okay, so Yellow Flash tagged everybody in on this. There is a video out here of Goku himself.
We're not going to play it.
We're not going to play it.
We're going to do a dramatic reenactment.
I can actually send you a link to this, and you can. You
have to wait till after our dramatic reenactment.
Yeah, and we have to be very clear. These are not our opinions. This is what was said.
We can't play it because we get demonetized. So apparently he did a parody of the intro to He-Man.
I'm not gonna play it, but they might just have.
He had a parody of the intro of He-Man.
Yeah.
And we're gonna tell you what it said. So we wrote it down.
This was a parody. He voiced this parody. I don't know how many years ago. But apparently, current year, anything you did 5 or 10 years ago can still bite you in the ass today.
Yeah, but they like to pull that for everybody else. So now, I guess, but it's actually funny. But it's like, look what So anyway, he starts out with it's He-Man and the homos of the universe. That's my voice.
This is just to be clear. YouTube censors who may be watching this video.
We're just reading this. We're reading the script.
These
the transcript.
These are not our opinions. These are the things that were said.
Okay, can I start again?
In this, I need to, because there's some, there's going to be somebody trying to shut this down. These are the opinions of well, not an opinion, but a parody that Sean Schemmel.
It's in a parody. This is a transcript. Okay.
This is an actual thing.
Can I start again?
Yes.
Okay, I'll try without coughing. Sorry, guys. He-Man and the homos of the universe. I am Adam, Prince of Eternia and defender of the secrets of Castle Grayskull.
Ha ha.
This is Cringer, on loan from Siegfried and Roy. Fabulous secret powers were revealed to me the day I held aloft my magic cock and said, "By the power of Grayskull, I am a homo!"
Held aloft your magic cock.
Most of people do that.
That would have to be really.
And then Battle Cat comes in, and he's like, "Holy crap, I'm so horny." Battle Cat became the big gay cat in Heat, and I became He-Man, the most powerful homosexual in the universe. Oh, I did it wrong. He has to do it with a special voice. He did it like this. He goes, Battle Cat became the big K cat in Heat, and I became He-Man, the most powerful homosexual in the universe. And that's how he did it.
Okay, because people are completely confused. This is the video. I'm sending you the link to the video.
Yeah, well, I'm just doing a transcript. This is a transcript.
I'm not running
of
the video in the video because it's Filmation and we will get demonetized.
Yes,
for that.
I'm just doing a reenactment. This is a dramatic reenactment. Okay.
Okay, continue.
Pretty much everybody knows my secret. My friend, the sorceress, the bitch don't call me back. My boyfriend, my man-at-arms, and Orko, my little spinner. Together, we defend Castle Gayskull from the evil forces of homophobia. You have to do Skeletor laugh.
I hate fags.
And that would be
our dramatic
reenactment of this video.
Except it's done in Goku's voice as He-Man. It sounds like Goku doing a parody of He-Man. Talbot Links, thank you. You guys are part of the anime dark web.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
As long as my social security number's not floating around, I guess we're...
So anyway, so this is what he did. He did this parody. We put the link up. We are not going to play it. However, we will play this part.
Yeah, no words for Man-at-Arm. No, he's just the boyfriend.
No, he's the boyfriend. He is the boyfriend, Man-at-Arms, and Orko is his little spinner.
What would they do with Manny Faces?
I know where Manny Faces belongs. I'm sorry. Anyway. Oh, here it is. That made you lose it, didn't it?
So, okay, what we will play for you is the uncomfortable squirming. First, they play in this clip. They play his parody. This is Sean Schemmel, voice of Goku, doing a parody that by current year would be considered very offensive and very homophobic. But he's after Vic for the same thing, right? Apparently, allegedly. That's what I'm saying. So this is. No,
he didn't do it Goku's voice. He did it in He-Man's voice, but he did it.
It sounds like Goku because everything he does.
Yeah, I mean.
JD 1989, Urge to Kill Rising.
Yeah, well, we just did a dramatic reenactment.
Please don't kill anyone. But go watch this video. It's incredibly offensive. And then,
he did say they fight the four evil forces of homophobia.
They fight the forces of homophobia.
Full disclosure, he did say.
After doing a stereotypical gay voice and talking about his big cock and his horny tiger on loan from Siegfried and Roy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we are going to talk about Godzilla in a bit. Go ahead.
Just saying, current year.
Can you just play the end of the video so we can move on to other things?
I hope that answers your question. I can't really think of many bad guys I played.
Can you guys hear this? Hey, what's going on, Johnny Perry? Thank you.
Hey, I can't sing right now. Anyway, can you hear it or no? I don't know.
Thank you. All right, how are you? Do you remember when you did that He-Man parody? Yeah, I probably really shouldn't. I kind of embarrassed about that. I let's not talk about that. Do you have a different question?
Yeah. So,
you want to stop. This isn't play anything else.
Yeah, we don't want to.
So, why don't you just close the window?
I could close the window. I'm going to give that link out one more time, though.
I did. We actually have the Super 7... the Prince Adam, laughing Prince Adam.
So it's really it's hard. Look, I'm just gonna say, it's hard to take the moral high ground.
Everybody's done stupid.
Everybody's
things.
done stupid
things.
Let's
be honest. Everybody's done stupid things. I could write a book on the stupid things I've done. I just had some flashbacks, and everybody's done it. If you want to dig for stupid things people said and did, you're gonna find them. I mean, just so like my saying is, he without sin cast the first stone, and it's like don't go around bashing people for being homophobic while you mock homosexual people. Well, he did say defend against.
There's one thing I've noticed with people who are trying to, I guess, score woke points in 2018, 2019 is that they conveniently tend to forget their own pasts. And we see this a lot. We see this with some of the most infamous trolls on Twitter who have done a complete 180 from their past and have admitted as much. But then if it comes to taking down somebody they don't like, they will dig up stuff from 10, 15, 20 years ago and hold their feet to the fire. But God, if you do something like that, no, it's because you're on the right side of all this. And, whoopsie, Whoopsie. But other people aren't allowed to say whoopsie. They're not allowed to apologize. So I'm just saying, that's kind of hypocritical, right?
Yeah. No, we have not seen Netflix's Ultraman yet, only because we've not been home very much.
Okay, so that is
yes.
that
We're getting
is
to
that.
Godzilla and stuff, guys.
We're gonna get this.
We're working through it.
So we almost bought a copy of Mortal Kombat 11
Yeah.
today
I was not into the idea.
to stream it because we just happened to this morning.
I think it's too violent.
We were killing some time. Our daughter
There was some killing.
had to go to an appointment this morning. We were killing some time. Stopped in the GameStop. It's like, oh, Mortal Kombat 11's out today. Let's see if anybody would be interested in us doing a live stream of the game. It's a good thing.
Would have been you, not me, because I won't even go anywhere near it.
Not even Squid King, because they're like ripping faces and
they're ripping things.
They're ripping things off.
But they're fully clothed before they get ripped to pieces. So
They
there's
are.
that.
That's what I don't understand.
There's that, guys.
They make sure all the women are dressed modestly, but you're getting to see worse than their privates as they're ripping their innards out.
I know,
like you're probably going to see their ovaries.
No, they don't show that.
When they're being ripped in half.
There's no female parts. They'll just show intestines and spines and blood and stuff like that. You know, that's okay, but don't show a knee or a thigh. Or
don't
boobs.
show a thigh, but we can rip your spine out of your back, right? Rip your freaking face off.
Oh, real quick, Warwolf, you said you like Godzilla. We like Godzilla too, and then just so you know, we actually put a video up earlier today with Squid King's Godzilla and Kaiju collection. If you want to see what he has. Yeah,
we did. So go out and see that. JD, thank you. The woke Jackson.
Yeah, we heard about that.
So apparently, excuse me, 1 second.
We're still sick, so we're
still sick. We're trying. This is why the videos
actually,
have been
sounds
slow.
way worse than it is. It's actually we feel okay. It's just we sound terrible. Anyway,
it's like sitting on our vocal cords. It's
okay. That's gross. No one wants to know that.
It's like it is. It's like
that to me is grosser than talking about ripping people apart. Anyway, go ahead.
Censorship demons holding us back. Okay, so it's a good thing we didn't do anything on Mortal Kombat 11 because apparently Warner Brothers has gone nuts, and even on Easter Sunday, they're out there claiming people's videos, getting their videos taken down, even if they're not showing gameplay, even if they're just talking about things.
Yeah, just talking about someone said.
They're spoiling the ending of the game. They're being blocked. This is absolutely incredible. I didn't even know this was going on. I knew people weren't happy about Mortal Kombat 11 because the endings were questionable.
Well, actually, it's not. I think it's a bootleg figure. The Geigen.
It's bootleg.
We got it at a show, but they had.
I think he's actually worth more than.
He's worth more.
Yeah.
They had two different colors. I think there was a greenish orange one he has, and there's a bluish one. I think, but they actually are bootleg, and we got them at a show, and I think they're worth more money. Anyway, sorry. Go back to this. I was answering that question.
Okay, so they went on a copyright spree blocking Mortal Kombat 11 videos. Thankfully, we did not stream it because I don't know what would have happened. So this is coming from One Angry Gamer. Most companies have embargoes in place for big AAA releases. This is true.
Yeah, it's true.
This is all common practice within the entertainment industry. If you break the embargo, expect the company to take you on the
takedown notice. Yeah,
totally true. Which we had happen before. We've been given review copies of stuff, and they're like, you can't post anything.
Or we had pictures of things that people had leaked, and we had to take it down.
Lego,
stuff like that. Yeah, Lego mostly.
Okay, so Warner Brothers, they're not just going after people publishing major leaks of Mortal Kombat 11. They're also going after people who are simply talking about the leaks from Mortal Kombat 11.
Funny.
But that's kind of what Marvel was doing with Endgame too. Even if you were just discussing or had a video, well, they could claim it if it was actual footage from. But they were trying to take down. I think Lucasfilm was trying to take down that poster. Oh, it's fake, everybody! It's fake, and it's totally real because that doofy alien showed up. Celebration.
That thing was so bad. Oh, it's not real because that thing looks so fake. No, it's real.
Yeah. So a lot of people noticed one of the more popular videos about the game was hit with a copyright flag. The video was gaining a lot of traction after Jeremy Hambley from The Quartering published it online. And then he said, Warner Brothers just manually claimed my video. We're going to talk about this because this happens to us all the freaking time. There are certain people who are watched by certain studios because they published things in the past that the studio didn't like DreamWorks.
Like She-Ra.
Like She-Ra, who doesn't like that. DreamWorks
doesn't like
hates
me.
Us. They hate us.
They really don't like me.
But they send us their press releases. Go figure.
Yeah, but they could send me boxes and try to buy me out. It won't work, but they could try.
Video discussed Jax's ending for Mortal Kombat 11, where he gained the ability to rewrite history and decided to prevent American slavery from happening because he didn't have time to wait for people to get woke.
Yeah, I heard.
He basically creates Wakanda from Black Panther, which a lot of people felt was completely out of character since Jax was an all-American soldier, a family man, and a constant defender of Earthrealm. Most people figured a more sensible ending would have been saving his
Maybe you should
family.
have said spoiler alert before you did that.
Spoilers. Our audience is not going to play the game anyway. The reason we
forever. Yeah.
you had the choice. Hey, Yellow Flash 2. How you doing?
Oh yeah, the booty pads.
Watch out, Clownfish
pads.
TV. Those.
No, that one's glorious though. Look at that one. That one's just that one. I would
Those
buy
are man
that.
nipples.
That's fantastic. Okay, anyway.
Those are man nipples. And thank you, Yellow Flash, for alerting us to Anime News Network's continued bullshit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going to watch their career decline with great interest.
Oh, he also showed us the He-Man video, which I did the dramatic reenactment of.
So, yeah, because we don't want to get demonetized, right? So we had to have Geeky read that and make sure that people know that those are not her words. These are Sean Schemmel's words.
No, I say words.
So we gave people the option.
That's what
gave people the I have to ad block the booty ads for my videos. Really? We've been showing the booty ads for a while. We haven't gotten.
Well, it's not our fault. They just come up.
No, see, I don't want to ad block the site because I feel bad reading the articles if I've got the ads turned off.
Well, certain sites we don't care.
Yeah, other sites we can't get to it without the stuff in there. JD, thank you for what it's worth. I like both of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
To be liked. We're just trying to play conscious. But anyway, we gave you guys the option. Do you want us to stream Mortal Kombat 11, see how good or bad it is or not? And hell no, nobody. They're like, don't even spend your money.
But now they care because it's the 23rd and it's out. I don't think they're gonna pull stuff down now,
right?
Are they? Because it's out today. So I mean, it wasn't gonna matter today.
So instead of responding to the criticism, Warner Brothers struck their videos manually, had the videos worldwide. I'm actually salty that they took down Mortal Kombat 3 out of the App Store, but that's a whole nother complaint because I used to play that and it's just gone. The Quartering did a video about blocks explaining what the process was for appealing and how on Easter Sunday, Warner Brothers was basically aiming to take down videos about the endings or showing any clips from the endings. I'm betting the people who are claiming those videos are probably overseas and they may not care about Easter Sunday. The Quartering, or it could be Monday. The Quartering wasn't the only one hit with copyright hammer. Warner Brothers. There were dozens of other YouTubers hit as well, whether they were discussing the endings, showing the endings, or reviewing the endings. Just talking about it. Talking about it. You know, just like there were other people who reacted to the She-Ra Netflix trailer.
We're the only ones that got taken down.
Right, but they were giddy and
literally
positive.
Within seconds, well, not everybody, but within seconds of ours, they had it down. Now, we got it back within like 3 or 4 days, and the time before that same thing happened, we had got it back because they didn't have a leg to stand on. But they tried it, and both times we came back again, just like, okay, F you.
Yeah, because
we'll
YouTube
just cover
disagreed.
this part up. So
what they do sometimes, and this is the trick we kind of learned with DreamWorks, is they do it on convention weekends when they have big news.
And they always watch for what I say.
They watch Geeky like a hawk,
They have it
right?
down seconds. There's someone literally, I think that's their job, is to watch me.
Well, we know they watch us or are aware of us because we actually get their press releases from DreamWorks Animation. I have never asked to be put on PR list for DreamWorks Animation.
Well, they're going to take you off now.
Yeah, well, we're never getting a She-Ra loot box. Geeky.
I know, right? I didn't get a
We're
She-Ra
never
loot
getting
box.
a She-Ra loot box
because
we're too critical. Yeah, thank you for the advice, Yellow Flash. We'll have to watch it. I think you've got somebody probably flagging your videos specifically and calling out the booties. So anyway, yeah, so they were going around. They said that anybody that even talked about it, we're getting slapped with these. And this happens. This, like I said, they've got personal vendetta against you.
The one guy got hit with almost a dozen ownership claims from Warner Brothers and had basically all of his appeals rejected.
It said, which use small film clips. They can get you on the film clips.
Yeah.
If you're using anything, that's why that Filmation, we did the Sean Schimmel parody, Geeky Reddit, instead of us showing the Filmation footage.
Just that little
just the Filmation logo intro has gotten us demonetized before. Just that little couple second, they got that thing.
So we didn't give them anything. Ah.
Yeah, and that's Warner Brothers too.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you are flagged all the time. We are too, especially when it comes to She-Ra.
Yeah. So somebody went on a copyright spree. Maybe they were having a bad day and decided to take out YouTubers. No, I think they're trying. I'll tell you exactly what's going on. They knew the shit was going to hit the fan, and they wanted the game to sell on Tuesday. Because if the bad press got out there, it wasn't going to sell on Tuesday. That's why they did it. It's money, man. It's money. That's what this is about. Spectrum Blast game, thank you. The Switch port of MK11 is pretty decent. Okay, that's pretty cool, because the Switch, I wonder if it can even handle... I guess it's pretty powerful. Probably can handle it. But we were going to pick it up, and we didn't, because you guys said, hell no, don't...
Well, no, I'd rather spend the money on brushable hair, but that's just me.
Yeah, but, I was kind of curious, because I haven't played a Mortal Kombat since Mortal Kombat 4. And I used to spend a hell of a lot of time playing Mortal Kombat when I was a kid.
Well, you'd be playing with yourself.
Yeah. Wait. But I will rip it off and hold it to the sky.
Oh yeah,
Wait, what are you talking about? I don't even know what you're talking about. Okay, so what were we gonna talk about now?
Whatever, pick one.
Brie Larson's rings.
Okay.
Whoa! Should I try the Nordic diet?
No.
Nah, I'm cool with processed food.
Okay. So everybody's going nuts about this. Now I'm going to say something that's probably not going to be very popular.
Thank you for the sub.
Yes, thank you. And you might take it away in a minute. No. Okay, I seen the video for the interviews and stuff, and I think that she, some of the things she's saying, I'm kind of like, something she said, I don't think were bad. Like, she did admit that she didn't think that the MCU was a boys' club even before she came, because there was a lot of strong women and female characters in it. And she did say that, which I will give her props for that. But some of the things she said, it does seem there's some tension between some of the cast members, and it does seem a little bit like, I don't know, she's pushing her own activism above other things. And so I will say that. But everybody's kind of getting mad about the red carpet thing. And I just think that's a bit much. I mean, to get mad about this, because she just wore a bracelet and rings, but so did Scarlett Johansson. And Scarlett Johansson's was better.
She wore it better.
She did wear it better. Hers, no, I'd wear that. That rocks. That rocks on so many levels. So Scarlett Johansson did the same thing, and she rocked it more. So I'm not going to get all down on her, because it makes sense. If I was going to a premiere for a movie and I had an opportunity to wear something that cool in jewelry form, hell yeah, I might copy this look. If I'm going to be honest, but I want the Scarlett Johansson one. So I don't know why people are getting so bent out of shape about that, because I don't think that was anything other than, hey, I'm going to the movie premiere. I'm just going to,
I think maybe people, and this is just me speculating because I haven't looked into it, maybe people were thinking she's flaunting that she's going to wield the gauntlet as Captain Marvel, and she's going to snap Thanos, because I totally see that happening. Spectrum Blast Gaming also picked up Dragon's Dogma on Switch. We might start streaming Dragon's Dogma.
Are you?
I was playing it a little bit with Squid King. It's pretty cool. Automatic, thank you. Tell her stop touching.
I know, right? Cheadle. He's like, don't have to touch it. Yeah,
she touching Don
No,
Cheadle?
she like touched his elbow, and he's like,
that's harassment.
Anyway,
did she get consent to touch Don Cheadle?
It does seem, from the interviews, that there is some tension between her and some actors. However, like I said, I will give her props for saying that it's not a boys' club, and she didn't feel that it was before. I mean, I'll give her props for that. But people are getting all mad about the red carpet bracelet and rings. And my only thing about that is Scarlett Johansson did it too. And honestly, if I was one of the actresses in the movie, I'd do it. Hell, I want Scarlett Johansson's. Go back to it, because look how awesome is that.
Vastly superior.
I love that. I tell you, I'm not even a chains person, but I tell you, would wear that. That
hers
rocks.
Is vastly superior, and then we'll talk about her jewelry.
That rocks so much.
Yeah, it does. That's classy. That's very classy. She's got that like kind of almost like 1920s classy.
I like it. So I mean, I'm not gonna be too on that one, because she's not the only one that did it, and I don't necessarily think we don't know yet, but I don't necessarily means anything.
I didn't really get to.
I just
Yeah, I don't know. I have to look into it more. I think it's just at this point, I think Brie Larson has soured so much of the fandom on her personally that there's not much she's going to be able to do.
Yeah, and it's all avoidable. It was all just a matter of, monitoring what you say and your behavior. But in this case, I don't think it was anything trolling. I don't think it was meaning anything. I think it was just, hey, I'm going to a movie premiere for this, and I'm going to wear jewelry like it. And apparently they either coordinated or they both happened to wear something like that. Hell, if I was in this movie, I would have wanted one too. But mine would have been superior and had brushable hair. I'm just saying.
You want a jewelry with hair?
Not really.
That's weird.
Actually, they have stones though, and they don't have hair, but they have little rutilated quartz. No, they have like little channels in them that look kind of like hair. It's channels because it was where the earth was flowing through it, and it made little tubes inside. It's like rutilated quartz. It looks like hair. Go look it up. Not right now, but it looks like hair. So technically, it's like brushable hair and a gemstone. It does exist.
You like hairy rocks? Is that what you're saying?
Wow, baby. Sorry, anyway. He's trying not to laugh right now.
At least I got hair somewhere.
So anyway, I just thought, I just thought that was a little bit much to get upset about, but.
Okay, so real quick, that we didn't start the fire montage. It was good with Stan Lee, but don't you get the sense of finality from that? Like, it feels like that is the swan song for the MCU. It really feels final.
Even though Feige said that he thinks that the Far From Home is going to be what he considers the end.
Well, because they don't have anything planned really after. I mean, we've got like loose.
Well, they have some stuff planned, but who knows how it's going to go.
Yeah, we're gonna take a break.
So anyway, I just wanted to mention that because I saw it all over the place, and I was like, I really don't think that was meant to be anything other than, hey, and like I said, Scarlett Johansson did it too, and hers was nicer.
Oh, Swab missed the Mortal Kombat conversation. Yeah, we were actually going to stream Mortal Kombat 11, and I was in GameStop. I snapped a picture of it, asked you guys if you wanted me to, and the vast majority of people said, hell no, don't go anywhere near it. So I didn't. And I didn't know all this drama was going on with it.
Well, I wouldn't play it anyway because it's not my type of thing.
I used to play
the violence is over the top for me.
Yeah,
I mean, I admit I can't. I don't watch that stuff. Nah.
Yeah, I love Mortal Kombat.
Guardians 3, yeah.
They've got plans. It's just they don't really have any release dates. I think it's just kind of like all.
Well, they do have something. I think they have some ahead. Yeah. But
all right.
Anyway,
should we talk about this shit show?
Okay, but you have to promise I get to talk about Godzilla eventually.
Do you want to talk about Godzilla?
No, you can talk about this first. You already pulled up.
All right, so we've been kind of sort of following this Mark Waid versus Diversity in Comics lawsuit because it's almost like this is like distilled down to Comicsgate versus the mainstream comic book industry.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of how they've been spinning.
That's kind of how they've been spinning.
We're going to talk about Godzilla. Oh, I swear we're going to talk about Godzilla. I have lots.
Yeah,
I love Godzilla. I'm more excited about that than anything. But go ahead.
Okay, so apparently Mark Waid. Okay, so an ARC publisher states under oath. This is coming from Bleeding Cool. Now I do turn the ads off on Bleeding Cool, and the reason I do it isn't to choke off Bleeding Cool. The reason I do it is so my computer doesn't get a virus, because they have some really questionable ads on this website. So I'm not going to read Mark's ridiculously long thing that he wrote, but he was basically tap dancing in the end zone on his GoFundMe because he thinks he got him. He thinks this is the out, I guess, that he's going to be able to get out of this lawsuit, that he's going to have it thrown out because Antarctic Press stated under oath that Mark Waid didn't prevent them from publishing Jawbreakers. But as I understand it, there were some text messages back and forth between Mark Waid and one of the Duns that made it like it was a very uncomfortable, situation. And
Well, I just remember that there was apparently that they had talked to him and said that that there was text messages and some different things going on that they had that kind of indicated that this happened. And then I remember everybody was talking about the fact that if I could be wrong, but wasn't Waid posting some tweets that basically indicated that's what happened?
Yeah, there's a lot of things that now. Angela Lee says Tug has says
that's what I'm saying because
that's what you said when we first read this
said.
Because he said on multiple occasions, and apparently, as I understand it from, we don't follow this stuff super close, but as I understand it, when this all went down, he even said privately that, he had to pull the plug because he was getting pressure from Mark Waid and he was in tears and yada yada.
That's what I said. I'm like, if that's true, then he committed perjury.
True. But then there were text messages supposedly that he was kind of like not real comfortable with it, and he's like, yeah, I'll just do it. Tell Links, thank you to have the lovely locks Thanos with brushable hair.
I should make that. That'd be glorious. But yeah, my first thing about this thing was, I said, well, if there were text messages, which I believe there were, and things like that, and if he did, that was perjury. That's what I said. Wouldn't that be perjury? And now I'm not a lawyer, but that's what I would have assumed. That would be perjury.
Yeah, and here's the thing. So I gotta wonder, one, it is perjury, and could you get in trouble for that? Yeah, you can be in trouble for that. Yeah, our dog's not doing too good.
Well, he's okay. I nicked him by accident when I cut his nails. I nicked it too deep.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
That's his own fault 'cause he moved.
He's also a sleepy dog. Look at that sleepy dog.
He's waiting for Mama to go to bed so he can lay on me.
So Tug is wrong. Ben was DMing Tug, but Joey was under oath, not perjury.
Okay, well, I don't know what happened because there's two different people.
We're watching this, but we're not we're not watching the blow by blow. We're trying to get the basics because the long and short of it is that Mark Waid thinks he has an out, that this is going to be tossed out. But not only that, but his lawyer is actually out there on Twitter, like, we're going to shut this whole Comicsgate thing down. I've never seen
people troll on Twitter when they're the lawyer in a case like that. And then, you can't shut down a whole thing because you win one case. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is insane. This whole situation's insane. Look, where we're sitting, the bottom line is it never, ever, ever should have even gotten to this point.
Right.
Like, seriously, there are people who don't like each other, who still work in the comics industry. There are people who say things that a lot of people don't like that still work in the comics industry. And if they don't work in the mainstream industry, they just go publish their own stuff.
But there's people we don't like, and we never wouldn't try to get them fired or get deals taken away from them, even though we probably could have. We never did it, because why would you? That's not how you behave. Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, we're over 30,000 subscribers. Yeah. And Nick Ricada covers this like every third episode. I try to catch his videos when I can, but sometimes they run like 4 hours.
Yeah, we have to get up early tomorrow.
I don't have 4 hours.
We're actually separating, going 2 different directions tomorrow.
So if the private messages, and again, I'm not a lawyer, but if the private messages prove he's lying, then he did perjure himself.
Well, if the private messages prove that he himself is lying, that would be perjury. But if it wasn't him and it was his brother, then that's different.
Yeah.
So it's just,
So it's just insane. And now we've got people that are coming out and saying that, he's filing a motion to dismiss it, saying lack of jurisdiction, which I think I'd heard before, that because, he doesn't reside in Texas, he wants it tried in California.
But you know what? If you look at almost any terms of service for anything, if you want to fight them in a lawsuit, you have to go to where they are. If you're the one going to start a lawsuit against them, and they're doing business in a certain area, you have to go there to take them on. If it's that's almost always stated, because that's just the way it is. Where they do business, you have to go take it to them.
Yeah.
Like if you want to sue somebody who works in California, you have to go to California to do it. If you want to sue somebody that works in, Hawaii, you have to go to Hawaii to do it.
We're talking about a publisher that's in Texas, and I guess
right.
Meyer lives in Texas now.
Right. So they're in Texas. So it should be in Texas. But anyway,
yeah.
I'm not a lawyer, so I'm not going to try to claim things.
It's insane. Never should have gotten this one. Oh, I'm at it. Thank you. Didn't have to do that. Tug's going over his chats on Arcade tonight. Well, I don't know if that's admissible or not, but I mean, I don't know. But it's just this is crazy. This whole situation is absolutely insane. I've never seen. I can look.
Yeah, that whole one, he couldn't sue in Texas because it wasn't set in Texas, is ridiculous. So if I have a comic that's set on Mars, does that mean no one could sue me for anything because my comic's set on Mars and we can't have the court in Mars?
He's been writing Superman for years. His comics are Krypton.
Damn it! It's blown up. What the hell are you gonna do?
Kryptonian law. I don't know what Kryptonian law is.
Spoiler: Krypton's blown up. Sorry.
Yeah. So, Krypton's blown up. So, where's the jurisdiction then? How do you
do
that?
Jurisdiction.
Anyway. So, yeah, the tactic is to stall until he runs the other side.
Yeah, that's what they always do. I mean, I can't tell you how many big companies pull this crap all the time.
Who is this guy? Get on my unemployed level, scrub, and Mars Girl can sue you.
Mars Girl can sue us for what? We never even mentioned her.
I don't know. Who's Mars Girl? I don't even remember who she is. Oh, she's that one with Channel.
I don't know. We don't even talk about her, so that's funny.
Anyway, no one's consumed the Doom guy. Fight me on Pluto, but only on Pluto. So I don't know. Again, we're kind of watching this. The reason we're watching this is, having worked in comics, this whole situation with the comic book industry and, professionals like Mark Waid, who we know. I mean, we've actually talked to Mark. He never seemed that unhinged.
He seemed pretty normal.
But this whole thing, I mean, all of this could have been handled so much better. Could have been handled so much better, but there's so much.
Oh, it's okay. We kind of figured you were kidding.
So much freaking out. I'm on your side. It's hard to type fast. I'm like, I don't know. That's okay.
I kind of figured he was kidding because he was posting other stuff earlier that didn't seem that way.
No, Talbot Links. Thank you. Didn't have to do that again, man. Tonight's episode sponsored by Talbot Links. Thank you. Strategy to dismiss is Wade didn't know they were in Texas, so we shouldn't fight.
That's the stupidest.
Antarctic Press. Everybody knows they're in Texas.
That's like the dumbest defense ever.
I used to read Ninja High School. Like that was like.
Really want to throw them off? Go stand on the border of 2 states and then do something and say, which one are you going to sue me in? Sorry. Anyway.
Yeah, right. Okay, Godzilla versus Kong. Who are you picking?
I want Godzilla to win, but I like Kong too. That's not fair because I like them both.
They're gonna cuddle at the end of the movie,
and I don't want either one to be harmed or die. I don't want it. I don't want either one.
Speculation. In the Godzilla trailer, they mentioned that there are actually 17.
Yes, they
17
did.
Titans
Can
at
we
least.
Please talk about Godzilla now.
We can talk about Godzilla. But I'm just gonna say 17 Titans. You got Kong and Godzilla, and they might have to stop fighting each other and team up to fight a bigger bad guy.
That better be the way it is.
But they're already probably going to take out Ghidorah in this movie, unless it's a cliffhanger and Ghidorah survives, and then he has to.
I want to get them big BFF necklaces, the little hearts, and they each can wear one, and then they can fight together.
Godzuki needs to be in there. Spoiler alert: there's 17 Titans. No, they're just talking the trailer. They're just like it was in the trailer. We'll talk about Godzilla. AG, right?
Well, yeah, they might have to fight Mecha King Ghidorah because, if you watch the one toy video review on the Ghidorah toy, there might be a possible spoiler in the toy review, but that's not anything that can be fixed with Mecha Godzilla. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it could also be cheap construction.
It wasn't cheap construction. It was deliberately
pops
done
right
that.
off. Okay. And you're right. Thank you. Didn't have to do that. Start getting an allergy cold and oh no. And remember, you guys aren't feeling well. So here too. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
That's
what happened to me.
It's allergies. It's like turned into.
I know Mothra. I know. Guys, I am gonna pee myself at this movie. Like, I am more excited about this movie than anything. Endgame. Okay, I'll see it, but I really, really, really want to see Godzilla.
We
possibly maybe have to. I don't know yet.
We almost decided we were going to go to. We had the option of going to Disneyland on the opening day of Galaxy's Edge,
possibly, maybe,
which also is the opening day of Godzilla. And if we had to choose between the two,
I'd pick Godzilla.
Probably pick Godzilla.
I'm very excited about both. I am, but I really want to see Godzilla. Actually, I tried to go see Godzilla the day before because usually it comes out the day before, and we'll be probably going to the first showing of that the day before on what would be a Thursday.
Yeah. And
then we'd probably have to fly first thing in the morning or later that day, and I'd have to make it work. But Godzilla, I love it. Yes. You know what?
Get a P.O. box. Yeah, we need a P.O. box. We do.
I know.
I keep trying to go to the post office. No. Well, we've been out of the house.
But
Chicago.
I mean, like, not like where we were by the post office,
right.
like on the other side of town. Anyway, we haven't been that way. Can we? You're not going to pull up the Godzilla trailer at all, then?
Pull up Godzilla trailer.
He doesn't want to run it because we got demonetized for it before.
But we can talk about it. Who do we hate the least? Polygon, Ion, or Collider? I'm gonna get Collider. Okay. Who do we hate the least? This is what we have to ask ourselves. Who do you
think is the least scammy?
Who do we not care about giving hits and money to?
I'm just so excited about this movie, guys. I'm just like, and then when they're playing Somewhere Over the Rainbow, like I was saying about it earlier, when I was a kid, my mom always sang that. I actually know a lot of old songs because she used to sing them all the time. So I used to sing it all the time too for my kids. I can't sing right now, clearly, because I sound like a frog. But I love that song. So when they play that, I'm just like, yes!
So the real question is, will Ghidorah taste the Skittles, taste the rainbow at the end of this movie?
What?
Is he gonna buy the farm? Is he gonna?
Oh, okay. I'm thinking something totally different when you say taste the rainbow.
Well, we were talking about that He-Man video.
That's what my mind automatically went there. That's terrible. I heard the rumor about Gigan too. That if they do, Gigan will probably be the next one. I've heard that too.
Will Geeky pee at the Godzilla premiere? Thank you, Talbot Links.
Depends. That's the key right there, guys. Depends. That's what you need is depends, and you're good to go.
True story. When we went to go see Godzilla on opening day in 2014,
I didn't pee.
But our daughter dumped a extra super large, super expensive Coke all over the floor, and we became those people. Mm-hmm. The people with the kid that dumped it. And she was good. You tried to hide her eyes.
It was funny. Because if you saw, well, you always have the first one. And, it's kind of a build-up, set-up movie. So it's not as action-packed as it could have been. And at the end, when, he's blasting down and into the one mouth of there, I'm trying to hide her eyes. She pulls my hand down and she goes, well, it's about time!
I love Godzilla 2014, but it was slow. It was slow in places. This one doesn't look like it's going to be slow. This one, hopefully, there's no time to breathe, and it's just like all-out monster action. But if it's true to form, true to the Godzilla formula, it will be an hour and a half of scientific build-up with a little bit of monsters.
They call that foreplay.
They call it foreplay. Except for Final Wars, which was non-stop monster action.
Well, I am very, very excited about it. I love when that guy's like, my God. Then the other guy going, Zilla. And I was like, oh, that's great. I love it. I throw my arms up in the air and go, woo, every time they say that. I'm so excited about this. I'm more excited about Godzilla than any other movie. I'm so happy.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. This looks like they did right. I was so worried because I'm like, oh God, they're going to ruin Ghidorah. They're going to ruin. And it looks pretty cool.
But like I said before, if you guys want to see cool kaiju toys, if you haven't watched the video, we have the video up where Squid King shows off his toys. Now, he didn't bring everything out because he actually has, which I did ask him, but I thought about later. He has autographed pictures for the one actor for Ultraman.
Yes,
and he has some Godzilla art, so he actually has some Godzilla art pieces.
It's the original. He's got, and I forget the gentleman's name, but he's actually got a signed.
But he has them stored up away where they're out of the way, so they can't get ruined.
Yeah, the original actor for Ultraman, 60s Ultraman. Yeah.
So he has all that, but we had it stored up. Yeah. So, I'm just so excited, and we know there's 17 total, so they're obviously setting up for more. I don't want Kong and Godzilla to kill each other. I want them to be friends. I want them to wear best friends necklaces and skip.
Oh my God, like the Smash Brothers commercial for the original Smash Brothers.
I want to
Donkey
see
Kong
that.
and Mario are skipping together, or Yoshi and Donkey Kong or whatever are skipping through the field.
Yeah.
The plays happy together. That's how the movie ends.
That's what we need them
And
together.
they can taste the rainbow together.
Don't say taste. They don't want. No tasting the rainbow together. Anyway.
What you think I'm talking about? I'm not talking about what you think I'm talking about. I'm talking about getting the world's biggest bag of Skittles and just having a good time with a big bag of Skittles.
Now, I don't know if you saw the trailer. We were pausing on the one part where the fireball's coming down, and I'm pretty sure that's Godzilla. If you pause it in certain places, it looks like his tail and his legs. So we were looking at that because they're teasing the fire form, that he has. So I don't know if that's it or just that's because he was going through the atmosphere really fast, which would cause you to light your ass on fire. But he's Godzilla, so he can.
Well, Godzilla, I think he's gonna light his ass on fire in this one, judging by the toys. Spoiler.
Yes, yeah, I know. I called that
his
when he
ass
first
is
saw
gonna
the
be
toy.
lit. And
So
his
and then
chest.
Mothra. I mean, okay, who isn't gonna be like, holy crap, yes. And then Mothra makes that little noise that Mothra makes, and I'm just like, and they show the wings open. I just like, oh my God, it's Mothra. And Mothra, I love Mothra. Mothra's my favorites, but Mothra always flipping dies.
I know.
Please don't kill
But then
Mothra!
Mothra comes back as another Mothra.
Please don't kill Mothra.
It's a circle of life, baby. It's a circle
No,
of
it's
life.
Mothra.
Mothra will go
You know
on.
how he probably dies? He probably sees a light from Godzilla's burning through he's like, oh, I gotta touch it. And then he dies.
Oh my God, yeah. It's so bright. Crispy. Werewolf says that they've been watching Godzilla since 5. That's like Squid King.
He started when he was
Ultraman
5.
was actually his. Well, no, it started with Power
No, he was
Rangers.
younger than that. He was like 3. He started when he was like 3 or 4. But he got his first toy when he was 5, and it was so funny because what happened was, right before Christmas, Christmas Eve, I walk into Goodwill, and they have a King Ghidorah there. And I was like, oh, I wonder if he likes
Space Godzilla.
And Space Godzilla. And I'm like, and they were $1 each. And I'm like, I wonder if he'd like these. So I
they were 50
grabbed
cents.
them. Well, they might have 50
They were
cents at the
the
time. They're
Bandai
$1 now.
yeah.
I grabbed them and I wrapped them up from Santa. And he went nuts. And that set him off. And ever since then, he is just, I gotta get him Biollante. They have a couple left on Amazon. I need to get him that Biollante, and then not the big one. It's like a miniature one.
Not the Super Arts. I've actually seen the Super Arts one. I saw it in person at New York Comic Con. That thing's freaking huge. It took up a whole table. But no, they have a little vinyl one for like $28.
And I gotta get him for Ultraman. I gotta get him Dino Tank because
Yeah.
Werewolf said he needs to come on. We have to maybe you can.
Maybe
see.
we need to at some point we'll start. Maybe we'll do occasional I'd say reader, but like round table.
Maybe
We'll have to figure out how to do that.
I try not to be overly girly and annoying, but sometimes I am because I like girly things. I like sparkles and that, but I'll also get down and dirty and redo a house. So
She was at Lowe's today shopping.
I was so excited. Speaking of getting excited about things, I was almost as excited about being at Lowe's as I was about Godzilla. I love going to Lowe's. I'm just like in my head, I'm like, I need that, I need that, I need that, I need that. I could do so much with that. Because I mean, if the house
she doesn't trust me to do the handyman stuff.
I don't.
I injure myself.
If there's something broken in the house, I fix it.
I not always.
If it's computer stuff, I don't. But if it's like the kitchen needs redone, I did it.
Well, I didn't have time.
The flooring needs put in.
I didn't have time.
I laid the flooring.
Well, to be fair, my grandfather died that weekend, so I didn't really have
it needs repainted. I repaint it.
Okay, well, okay. I get it.
The foundation, we need painted. I'll paint it.
All right. But computers
That's
are
okay because
important
he's
to me.
busy
I'm
making
always
videos.
busy. I'm always busy.
He's busy making videos. So it's a trade off.
Yeah. Anyway.
Now you're all mad at me. You're like, don't let them think I don't do manly things.
I do. I just injure myself usually when I do it. I have had nasty bruises from.
You had one of the
plywood.
worst bruises I've ever seen in my
Piece
life.
of plywood that freaking tore my leg open.
He was supposed to catch it. He missed.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
I missed. And she doesn't trust me to go on the roof anymore.
I don't trust him to go on the roof. Okay, yeah, we're going to talk about Han here in a minute, too. We got that.
Yeah, so this is looking pretty awesome. Where are we going here?
Okay, so anyway, Godzilla, go see it. Go watch the video on Squid King's toys. They're pretty dang awesome, other than the fact that he doesn't dust. And woohoo!
I didn't realize they were that dusty. I'm like, he just cleaned them off.
He's someone, as legit as it gets, is currently tasting the rainbow.
You're currently... Wait.
He's eating Skittles.
Oh, you're eating Skittles. Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure that wasn't a euphemism for something else. Because I don't want to know about that when we're doing a show.
We don't cut custom shiplap. I don't use shiplap. Sorry. I mean, it's not my thing.
No.
I do. I have I don't have a tool belt, but I should get one. I'm my father's daughter.
Yeah. He does stuff he's not supposed to do and gets himself hurt too. But it's a whole nother.
Yeah.
Han Solo is still dead, guys. He ain't coming back.
Okay, so this was the new rumor. The new Dad Vader. This is the new rumor, according to certain people.
We've heard this from multiple places, and you know what? This would not surprise me at all. I'm going to predict that the ending scene of the entire Skywalker saga in Episode 9 will be the cheesiest thing. It will be dead Han, dead Luke, and dead Leia.
Well, someone made a joke about they're going to bring them all back as zombies probably for the end or something.
But they'll all be standing there as Force ghosts somehow.
How could Han be a Force ghost?
Good question.
He wouldn't be a Force
They'll
ghost.
all be standing there. Well, how could Luke Skywalker project himself across the galaxy as a Force hologram? That was never... They'll be there as Force ghosts.
And they have lightning now in their ghosts, too.
Smiling at Rey, just like Yoda, Obi-Wan, and Anakin at the end of Jedi, and that's how they're going to end
better. They're going to join hands and use the power of love and friendship to conjure lightning as Force ghosts to zap all the bad guys and bring Skywalker back.
They should do that.
That's what I'm saying. The power of friendship, because love and friendship, no one's truly bad. The power of love and friendship will turn them to the good, and they will win the day.
So the rumor is that not that Han is coming back as a Force ghost, but kind of. The rumor is that Luke either will give Rey a vision, or not Rey, Kylo a vision.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a vision
of his
that's what
father.
They do. Yeah, the Care Bear stare, pretty much.
It's
gonna be a vision. If they use it, it's gonna be a vision. He can't be a Force ghost. It's
right?
Be a vision.
Because that and it'll be like the cave, instead of seeing Darth Vader, he sees dead Han.
But how could Luke give her a vision?
Well, it's gonna be, I guess, Kylo is what they're saying.
I mean, him a vision. How are they gonna give him a vision? He's
how
dead.
the hell did he project himself across the galaxy? They just make the shit up as they go. There's no rules anymore.
To be fair, they kind of, with the original trilogy back then, they were developing the canon, so it didn't matter. You could do what the hell you wanted then. Now it matters. Anyway.
The point is they're going to try to shoehorn in the three leads into one final scene, but they're going to have to do it through a bunch of CG, gobbledygook to make it happen, because we've lost Carrie Fisher in real life. Mark Hamill doesn't seem to give a shit anymore, and Harrison Ford is out.
He wanted to be killed in another movie, so I don't know, but that's the rumor.
And throw up the rainbow. Oh my God, that'd be it.
There you go. I'm just saying, because they have this whole stupid thing where these people at the end of these shows and everything anymore, it's like no one's truly bad. Let's all join hands and use the power of love and friendship to win the day. And I'm like, I hope they don't go that way, go there with this, but
Yeah, statistically speaking, if you're a father in Star Wars, your chance of getting killed before dying of old age seem very high.
Well, to be fair, statistically in Disney, if you're a mom, your chances of not making it or being in the movie at all are pretty high too.
Well, this is how they level the playing field. You got to take out some toxic males.
Yeah.
To
and even if they aren't toxic, you have to make them toxic so that you can elevate the female characters.
You have to ruin them, turn them into assholes, and then kill them.
Yes, because I actually was on board with some of the characters. I'm like, okay, I don't like The Force Awakens that much. I tried to like Rey, I did, but I just felt that Rey was too Mary Sue. But I did like Finn and Poe, and then they turned around and ruined them in the next one. And I'm like, why?
Okay, so this is where the source is coming. Now, this guy is not well liked, I guess. I don't know the drama. Making Star Wars guy. I guess he's not well liked.
Yeah, that's the vibe I'm getting.
I don't know.
Most people call it saying they don't like it.
So according to an article published on Making Star Wars over Easter, there will be a sequence featuring Adam Driver's Kylo Ren, Harrison Ford as Han Solo. All new footage. The scene has been described as a surprise intervention.
Surprise intervention.
In which Han Solo's spirit or something is telling Kylo he can still turn his life around.
I forgive you,
It's an Uncle Ben moment. The rumor also says this vision is controlled by Luke Skywalker. So wait, this sounds like I'm going to use my dead friend to guilt my nephew into becoming a good guy.
But by the way, they were right about the weird alien in the leak. We said it too. Where's our parade? Where's our note in someone's article? Anyway.
Oh my God. Yeah, we actually everybody else is like, oh my God, this is fake. This poster's fake. I'm like, no. this poster's not fake because, and we took one look at, we're like, no, this is legit. You can tell by the way it was put together. It was.
And they tried to argue it's fake. We're like, no, it's not.
Not the movie poster, but was definitely a marketing promotional piece. It was too
It was
well
all the
done.
marketing photos pieced together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
and they
marketing
kept-
photos that weren't out yet for a lot of
and
them.
they kept saying it wasn't fake.
Yeah.
And then sure enough, one of the first things we see, we're at the panel at Celebration last week and went to Star Wars. We sat through Celebration. We got stuck in Chicago for like 5 freaking days. One of the first things they flashed up on screen was that doofy ass looking alien slug thing who looks like he belongs in Monsters Inc. or some other movie.
Monsters Inc. That's
Men in
right.
Black. He looks like he belongs in Men in Black. So he's going to be the new Jar Jar. And he's probably going to get an inordinate amount of screen time. Because they got to sell toys of this dumb.
Probably.
Dumb
Well,
thing.
they think they're gonna sell toys. Yeah, Ben to be visited by 3 spirits. Okay, that deserves this. That's glorious. I love it.
Dio, some pure genius. Yeah. JJ. Oh God.
It's just okay. So I mean, could I see them doing this? Yes, I could totally see them doing this.
They
Do I
are-
think it's gonna happen? I don't know.
I think it's going to happen. I'll tell you why I think it's going to happen. They are this, as far as they're concerned, this is the end of the Skywalker saga. There's not going to be an episode 10, 11, 12. Hold on one second. You're here, Andrew. Thank you. I'm disappointed that Rey doesn't make her own.
Yeah, that's a
lightsaber.
good point.
She gets a hand-me-down. You know, because that was kind of a rite of passage for Luke, right? He lost his dad's. He had to make his own.
Actually, in the books and stuff, as part of the Jedi training, they had to make their own lightsabers.
Right.
That was kind of the things they had to do.
And that's why Vader was impressed. He's like, hell, you didn't even have anybody show you how to do it, and you figured out how to do it. That's a big deal, you know? But Rey's just going to use a hand-me-down lightsaber. I'll tell you the truth. I was actually expecting, when they broke the lightsaber in half, I was expecting the crystal to be broken in half, and I was expecting her to come back with something ridiculous like lightsaber nunchucks.
That would be fun.
Like they would have taken Luke's lightsaber turn into
but
freaking
the problem
nunchucks.
with nunchucks is if you did that,
Or
you
a staff.
You have to pull them over your shoulder and stuff. You'd have to cutting your arm off, slicing your ear off. You'd be ungo
Right.
yourself. It's just not worth it.
Well, I figured, or they would take her staff and they would give her a double-bladed lightsaber staff like Darth Maul had because she's already good with the staff.
Do you know what I'd do? I'd make one of this. What's that thing? Glaive or whatever Sailor Moon or Sailor Saturn has. I'd make my lightsaber that thing.
Oh yeah, like scythe.
I would.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever it was.
A light scythe.
I would.
That would be kinda
That's
cool.
what I would do. Anyway,
That'd be
go
kinda
ahead.
cool.
That's kind of completely unrelated.
Yeah.
but-
Anyway, and we said this at Celebration right after we saw the trailer. They're gonna throw everything they've got at this movie to beat the nostalgia drum. They're bringing back Palpatine. They're bringing back Dead Han. We're recycling cut footage of Princess Leia to get Carrie Fisher in the movie.
They brought Lando back.
They brought Lando back.
I'm agreeing with somebody that said that they originally, because that's true, they originally were going to blow up the Falcon with Lando in it in Return of the Jedi. That's why he said, why I feel like I'm never going to see her again. But then they realized they probably shouldn't blow up their token black character because that would be a bad thing to do. So they didn't.
Well, Harrison Ford wanted Han to die.
Yeah, he
and
wanted
actually
Han
that
to
would
die.
have, to be honest, that would have completed his arc because he basically sacrificed himself for something that he was
His redemption.
not on board with, at the beginning. But anyway, so that's why they killed him off in Episode 7, right? That, and they probably didn't want to pay him for 3 movies because Harrison Ford's expensive. Anyway,
He
yeah.
reminds
So
me of my dad. I always say that, but he does. I don't
He
even know
does
what it is
remind you of
about
your
him. But it does. He reminds
his
me.
manner.
Especially now that he's gotten gruffer
Yeah,
as he got
yeah.
older, he reminds me of my dad. It's
That's
so
Geeky's
funny.
dad's Han Solo
Yeah, he is kind of.
with glasses. So,
Well, no, he had eye surgery, so doesn't wear glasses
that's
all the
right.
time
He doesn't.
now.
He doesn't. Yeah. So I don't know. I think it's. I don't know how they're gonna pull this one off. But you know what? Here's the thing. It's gonna make a shit ton of money. It's
Probably.
gonna make a ridiculous amount of money because they're gonna be like, it's the last Star Wars until the next one. It's the last time you're gonna see Han and Luke and Leia on screen together, thanks to the magic of CGI.
But you know what? You can
know?
always go back and watch the originals, which is what I plan on doing. So, there's
Yeah,
always that.
I don't know. I mean, maybe I think J.J. Abrams has a better chance of pulling off a decent movie than Rian Johnson does, but I think the damage has been done.
Even on some other blogs that usually stay away from this stuff, or they usually tend to, they're more for the mainstream, so they tend to be more, in the middle road and all that. They're even commenting now about how divisive The Last Jedi was.
Yeah,
and so
'cause-
some Parks blog articles I've seen people comment on the divisiveness of The Last Jedi. So people are noticing. Even people that aren't involved in the argument are noticing.
Here's how this works. They're trying to win the fans back by saying, because they've already sold all the Blu-rays they're going to sell. They've already sold or didn't sell all the merchandise they're going to sell for Last Jedi. it's old stock. They're gonna try to win the fandom back for episode. All they care about now is episode 9 in the theme parks. So they're gonna pretend episode 8 is dead because to them fiscally it's dead. So let's just move on to what people want.
Step over it.
Step over it. Yeah, step over the corpse. You know.
Yeah, I don't want it to suck either. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I want it to be good. Do I think it's gonna be good? I don't see how you could save it. I really don't. I'll probably watch it, and I want it to be good. And if it's good, I will say so. Just like with Solo, I didn't think Solo was that terrible. I mean, compared to Last Jedi, it was fantastic. So to us, it wasn't that bad, and we said so. We got a lot of shit for saying so, but we said so because we're gonna be honest. I mean, we're not gonna just toe a line because that's what gets hits or whatever. We're gonna tell you the truth, and we didn't think it was that terrible. And oh my god, the shit we took. But if it's...
Oh my god, yeah, I remember that because we had our doubts, and we did. Basically, what we said was the movie's not going to perform well. All the indicators are for a Star Wars movie it's going to underperform, which it did. Mm-hmm. Then we saw it and we're like, hey guys, it actually wasn't terrible.
No, we got so much crap. But I'm saying, if it sucks, we'll say so. If it doesn't suck, we'll say so. I don't want it to suck. I really don't. No one wants these movies to suck.
That's why everybody's so mad.
Nobody wants them to suck.
That's why everybody's so mad. They don't want them to suck.
And everybody keeps acting like, well, you want these to fail. No, they don't want them to fail. That is the thing. The fans do not want it to fail. They're pissed because it's failing because you did a shitty job. No one wants it to do bad. I mean, I didn't want She-Ra to suck. I don't want these movies to suck.
Yeah, well, we got invited to Star Wars Celebration. We kind of had to go, but I got bored. After like a day or two.
It doesn't seem like one you can go to for more than a day or two.
No, they drug it out too long. It was like 5 days. I'm like, that's way too much time. Too much time.
But anyway, we got to wrap this up.
I think we're gonna
we have to get up really early tomorrow.
We have to get up early tomorrow. But we thought we would do a live stream because it was a lot easier to do it this way than it was to edit a couple of videos. And we could talk to all you guys and check in, even though we can't talk very well because of the cold.
We're trying.
We're getting there.
I try to go.
Yeah,
I try to go. Anyways.
Yeah. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And thank you so much for us hitting 30,000.
Yes.
So as we wait a couple of days to make sure that they didn't disappear because sometimes the numbers go up and down. Mm-hmm. And I think we're safely over 30,000 now. So thank you so much. On to 100,000 in world domination.
That's my plan.
So if you haven't subscribed yet, please.
For World Empress.
Please subscribe. And also, we're going to start doing gaming live streams over on Twitch at CLOWNFISH TV Gaming. I'm going to put that there, Squid King and I. So...
I'm going to run for world leader. My platform is brushable hair.
There you go. Brushable hair for everybody.
I mean, and no moon boots. And you have to stay juicy.
Check Discord messages, please. I need to. I don't get on Discord very much. I haven't had time.
Yeah,
I've got there's 500 personal messages on Discord, and I don't even know what the hell is going on over there.
We will try, but tomorrow we'll be out in the morning, both of us, so we won't be able to get to it till afternoon, possibly, maybe. So.
Let me just do this here and make sure that. There we go. Okay, so I guess everybody's going to go over to Nick Ricada's stream. He's talking to Tug, but we got to go to bed.
That's okay. So we got to go to bed.
We'll
find out what happened tomorrow. All right, guys. Love ya. See you later.
Good night.
Night.